You are listening to Win on KZKO. Check them out every Monday from 4 to 5 p.m. Mountain Time. Only on KZKO The Vibe.
Ladies and gentlemen, prepare yourself for the Win Show on KZKO. Take part with the cast by sending your suggestions for each segment throughout the week or during the show by hitting them up on Facebook at World Improv Network, Twitter at World Improv Net, or the Win KZKO blog. Now, enjoy the show. It's local. It's global. You are listening to Win World Local News.
Win World Local News with Potter Smittss. Our top story today is brought to us by Win Facebook contributor Rashid of Detroit, Michigan. French and U.S. intelligence officers have just been notified of sleeper cells being activated in Europe and abroad. To blanket the story, let's go live to Paris and Win senior global intelligence reporter James Bond. James Bond?
Yes. Thank you, Potter. I'm here with, excuse me. Sir, could you, Monsieur Sondu, wake up, please. Sir, thank you. We're on the air. I am here with a, regional sleeper cell leader, Monsieur Pando.
Oh, you have woken me from my sleeping?
Yes.
And you are in my cell?
I am. Was
this interview not scheduled for another 3 hours later?
It was, but it's the news and things change. My apologies. Don't you ever have to deal with changing plans in the world of high-speed terrorism?
Of course. Terrorism is not a young man's game necessarily. You must be sharp in mind and have the experience to draw on to see what variables need addressing.
And what are some of these variables that you look at when plans change and you need to unexpectedly awaken your sleeper cell?
Variables, well, it all depends upon the plan itself. So, like, we are going to rob a bank at the end of the week. I will not say which one.
Oh, thought I had you there.
It will be harder than that, Mr. Bond, to draw out this information. But, what do we say? Well, when we, case a place, as you say, we look at the patterns of the security guards, and we look at where the security cameras are, and sometimes a guard may take a long nap, or it may be particularly busy. There are more patrons.
This all seems like fairly straightforward information that you would need for the operation, whether it was, a sudden awakening or not.
Yes, but in execution of the plan, I mean, that, it's more difficult.
Well, yes, of course.
Sorry.
Thank you, yes. We are still on the air, sir.
Whose fault is that?
I don't believe it's anyone's fault. It's just a state of the situation.
Yes, see, this was a variable that I did not take into account, was changing news and changing times. I had this plan for later, so I was not...
Well, you're going to have to roll with it. And I'm going to throw you another change, because I'm going to change the subject. Now, monsieur, when you awaken a sleeper cell, what do you find is the best way to get everyone up and at 'em?
A foghorn.
Just one?
How many foghorns does a man need?
Well, I personally like at least 3.
Well, you personally are an idiot.
Oh, sir, I would like to point to my record as an international spy and news reporter to say that clearly I must not be, as I have achieved. I have bedded many women in many countries. I have drank lots of liquor.
Yes, well, be careful next time you make a deposit at your bank.
Okay, well, Potter, seeing as how the interview subject has gone to sleep once again, back to you.
Well, thank you, 007. That was quite interesting. Too bad you didn't get more information about that upcoming plot that he's trying to enable with this weekend. Well, for our next story, brought to us by Win Twitter correspondent Sarah of Manchester, England, we go back to France with the news. The absence of President Obama, Vice President Joe Biden, or U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry from the Paris Unity Rally have many wondering why no top U.S. officials attended this global solidarity event. To lift our noses up to the story, let's go to Win European reporter Mr. Nestle Nutella, who is live in Paris with the details. Nestle?
Hello, yes, I'm here at the Champs-Élysées, and there are no U.S. government officials to be seen. But I did run into this American tourist. Hello?
What's up, dude? Hello?
Oui, yes, very good. Très bien. Why do you think that your president and his cabinet are not here today?
Well, I mean, I know the Big O. That's what I like to call Obama. I know he's really busy. We got a lot of stuff going on in America. I mean, we just had the holidays. I mean, we just celebrated the New Year. So,
yes, but that has already happened.
Well,
so what about the now?
Yeah, but I mean, the New Year's a pretty big deal for us. So I can see where, Big O just, he parties it up on New Year's, and now he needs a little time to recover.
It's nearly 2 weeks later.
Uh-huh.
How much time does the president need to recover?
Well, I mean, it takes me at least 10 days, and he's the president, so he must party a lot harder than I do.
What do you imagine the president does?
Oh, man, I'm just thinking 8 balls, strippers, just, he probably plays some instruments too. Like, I know he's a big, flautist, so I can see he and Michelle and Malia and whoever that other girl is that they have just all in a room, just playing recorders, just January 2 through January 9, solid, like some crazy Grateful Dead show.
The Grateful Dead were in Paris, 14 years ago? I mean, what's the remaining members,
Yeah, I guess I missed them.
It was...
Yeah, I was in the U.S. 14 years ago.
No way.
I was. Yeah.
What brought you here to Paris today?
Oh, I finished recovering from New Year's, and I was like, I need to get out of here. I need to get to Europe, and I was in Marseille, and then I heard about the big Unity March, and I was like, I need to unite myself with Europeans and everyone who just I'll be honest, I thought there'd be some chicks. Anytime you get millions of people together, there's gonna be some crazy chicks.
So if you, average Joe, not so average maybe?
Yeah, okay, a little above average, I like that.
Alright, a little above average Joe from the United States, if he can,
I'm girthy.
Girthy?
Yeah.
What is this word?
It's like distance around something.
Large?
Yeah.
So a large, above average Joe from the United States, if he can make his way to Paris for the Unity March, why cannot the president?
Well, I just told you, the guy's a party animal.
That does not bode well for your country. Potter, this is some sad news and very disappointing, I would say. Signing off.
Well, thank you, Nestle. Yeah, that's a little bit of information that we did not expect. But let's go right over to the World Sports Desk and fire it up Frank, who's at the World Chess Championships in Hackensack, New Jersey. What's going on over there, Fired Up?
Wow. This is one of the most boring assignments I've ever been on, Potter. There's a lot of nothing going on, a lot of sitting and a lot of thinking. Furious action through the first hour of the match, but since then things have slowed down as Yuri Gagarin is here in the finals against Josef Smittss, and there's just a lot of head in hands, chins in hands, staring at this board, thinking, I could be honest, Potter, this is awful.
Well, sorry about that, Fired Up. Maybe next week's is time.
Back to you. Sorry.
Well, maybe it will be more exciting, and you can wake up as well like the first story. Let's go right over to the World Weather Desk and Tulip Sunspring, who's in the Sahara Desert in Western Sahara, Africa. What are you doing over in Africa, Tulip?
Well, I finished all my laundry when I was back home, and I decided that was enough time. I had my rest, and I needed to go back out into the world at large. And so here I am in one of the largest deserts in the world, and I came here to find peace and to find my own form of unity, because I think it's in solitude and having time with oneself that one is unimpeded by the social expectations that are just thrust upon a human being, like when they enter this world. And so I found a little cave, and I've started a fire. I had to use my passport as kindling, so I'm not sure how I'm gonna, cross international borders, but I'm not gonna worry about that, because those are just social expectations. Bye.
Well, Tulip, you're very resourceful, so I'm sure you'll find your way back to your next assignment or back to the States or Canada, wherever you might be going next. Well, thank you all for listening to Win World Local News. I'm Potter Smittss. Stay tuned for Community Court next on the World Improv Network.
Give the Wincast your suggestions via Facebook, Twitter, or the KZKO Win blog during the commercial break of a case that needs to be heard during Community Court. Next on KZKO.
You are listening to Win on KZKO. Check them out every Monday from 4 to 5 p.m. Mountain Time. Only on KZKO.